Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to be talking on how to cut and sew a princess bustier. So these are the things we are going to be using. We will need our waddy, we will need our fabric, our hammer ruler, and our scissors with our chalk, with our interfacing, which is our lining. So I want you to pay very close attention to this video in details. And these are the measurements we are going to be using: the half length of 15, the chest measurement of 36, the waist measurement of 28, our shoulder of 15, and nipple to nipple 7, which is our bust pan, with our under bust of 12.5, with the breast point of 10. So the first thing, I'll be cutting out the half length measurement. We said the half length is 15 plus 1 inch sewing allowance for the joining of the shoulder and the down part. So that's why I shock 15 there. And for the under bust, we said 12.5, which is 12.5. 12.5 plus half inch sewing allowance. So I have my 13 here for the under bust. Can you see that in the video? Yeah, so I have my 13. That's it. I just chalk my 13. So for the breast point, we said 10 plus our half inch. That makes it 10.5. So I'm going to rule that out right now. That is what I'm doing. I'll rule it out. Can you see that? Can you see that? So the next thing we are going to do now is our shoulder measurement. We said the shoulder is 15. 15 divided by 2 will give us 7.5. 7.5 plus half inch sewing allowance, that will make it 8. Do you understand that? So that's why you can see I chalk it there. So whatsoever I chalk at the shoulder measurement is what I always use for my armhole measurement. Do you understand that? So I'm going to measure the same thing here. So I'll rule it out. I'll rule it here too. Then I'll use my armhole cut to do the shaping. I can also use my free hand to do the armhole cut. But can you see that? So just place your armhole cut just as shown below and shock it out. So that should be between half inch and quarter. If it's too big, it will be 1. That is, but I'm going to cut out with on that half inch and quarter. Can you see that? So the next thing I want to do now is to cut out the neckline measurement. So I want to use 3.5 by 4. Yes, 3.5 by 4.5. That's what I use for the neckline. 3.5 by 4.5. Yeah, 3.5 by 4.5. So I will rule it out. Then I'll use my hammer measurements to do my tracing. Can you see that? So this is what we have now. So the next thing we are going to do is our shoulder slants. So for the shoulder slants, I always use 1 inches for my shoulder slants. Can you see that? So I'm going to slant it. That's just 1. So I'll slant it. Yes, I'll slant it. So I'm done with that. So the next thing we are going to do now is we are going to shock out our bust, our bust pan, and we will do our shaping for the princess bustier. So before that, let's do our nipple to nipple. What is the nipple to nipple? 7. 7 divided by 2 will give us 3.5 plus sewing allowance. Don't forget to put your sewing allowance, which is an half inch. Half an inch. Sure you understand? Don't forget to put your half an inch so that by the time you sew finish, it will not be short. Sure you understand? Then you measure your half an inch throughout and then you rule it out as shown below. You rule it out. Then for the down part, which is the half length, I'll measure 2. I'll measure 2 here. Can you see that? I'll measure 2. So that is what I'm doing right now. I'll measure out the 2. Then I'll come to this place. This place is 8, right? I'll measure 3. From this place, I'll shock out 3 from this end. Can you see that? So this is 3 inches I measure. Then I'll come to this place. You can use half an inch. You can use half inch and quarter. But for this particular one, I'll use 1 from both ends. I'll use 1 from the down part and from the up part. After I already measure my 3 inches. Do you understand? Then I'll do my shaping. Can you see that? So I pick on the last one because I'm going to cut away. I'm going to cut this. This is this one that I'm just chalking right now. I don't need it. I'm going to throw that away. Okay, you understand? I'm going to throw that away. I don't need that one. So that is for. Then the next thing I will do is we will do the chest measurements. Our chest is 36. 36 divided by 4 will give us 9 plus 2 inch sewing allowance. Then for this place, our waist is 28. Is it 28 or 27? Then this is how I used to do it. This is 4, and I'll place it at the back just to get the 28. 28 divided by 4 will give us 4. Will give us 7 rather, plus 2 inch sewing allowance. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut out our fabric. Can you see that? Then I'm going to that place. I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to cut it away. That's what I was explaining that time. Can you see that? Yeah. So I'll cut this out. You don't need this. I'll cut it out. Then I'll cut out the neckline. So I'm done with that. Then I'll cut the remaining bodies out. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is I'll cut out the wording. Can you see that? So I'll cut it out. I'll cut out the wording. This one that I fold is for 2-piece, for the two side of the fabric. So I'm done with that. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'll cut the interfacing. Can you see that? So I'm already cutting out the interfacing. That is the lining for the fabric, what I'm going to use to line the fabric. So I'll cut that out. So I'll cut interfacing for the middle one too. So I'll cut out the interfacing for the middle one too. So I'm done cutting. So the next thing we are going to do now is we are going to start our sewing. Can you see that? So I already placed my wording under the front measurements, which is the middle part. So I'm going to stitch this through. I'll stitch the side with the down and the other side. This is very, very simple. So I'm going to sew the body with the fabric. I'll sew it. Can you see that? So I place the side one with the body. Now I'll sew it. I'll just sew it to this end where the it's okay there. So I'll sew the other ones too. I would sew it just the way I sewed that one. So let's move to lining. So I will join the lining. You are going to join the lining exactly the same way you join your fabric. Since we cut the lining the same way we cut our fabric, so you're going to join the lining exactly the same way. You understand? If you don't understand, or if there is anything you don't understand in this video, just comment in this comment section and I promise that I'm going to answer you. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to click on the notification button so that you can be notified whenever I posted a video. So I'm going to join this also. I'll join it together. So this is it after joining. So I'm done joining that. So the next thing I'll do now is I'm going to join my fabric together. I'm going to do my shaping, as in the joining of the clothes. So can you see that? So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to join it together. I want to show you how I join it. If not, so I will just fast forward that place. But I want to show you how I join it together. So I'm going to stitch this together. I don't know why my thread is cutting. Why now? Why are you cutting? Sorry for that, please. I'm very, very sorry for that. So this is it after joining. Can you see that? So I want to do little shaping here. I want to do little shaping. That's why I put it back. So I'm done with that side. So I'm going to join the second side too. So I will join it together. Can you see that? So this is it after joining. After joining together, this is what we have. Can you see that? Can you see that? So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to trim out all the excess. I'll trim it out. This is the one I was talking on about how to draft the cotton that I just cut out. I talked about it on one of my videos that I uploaded a day ago, that on how to draft a princess bustier, that place that I cut out. In case if you didn't cut it out when you were doing your measurement, you can cut it out just as I do it. So this one, I'm going to do the shaping now, because when I was cutting it, I didn't cut it at the exact place. So I prefer to, after joining it together, then I'll now do my shaping. I don't know, maybe you understand what I mean by that. So I'll now cut it out. Can you see that? So this is what I have. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to iron it. So I will iron, I will press iron, I will open the stitching, I'll press it so that when the person wear it, it will not be showing, it will not be pointed, it will lay on the person body. So I'm going to open it. So you're going to press it, you're going to press it. I'm done pressing. So the next thing now, I already joined my lining. So I'm going to, the lining too, you press it, you open the lining. You understand? So I'll just stitch it through. I'm going to stitch the neckline. Just follow the video and don't forget to thumbs up my video. Give my video a thumbs up. I'm going to notch the neckline so that by the time I iron it, it will lay very well. That's why I do notch my fabric. So the next thing I'll do now is I'm going to press my iron. I will iron the neckline because I will not want the situation whereby the neckline will not be okay. So I will iron it. So I'll press it on both sides. I'll press it at the front side and I'll press it at the back side too. So this is it after ironing. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to stitch I'll stitch the armhole with the lining. I'll stitch it together. So I'll stitch this side. Please don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel and don't forget to give my video a thumbs up. Don't forget to like my video because the more you like my video, the more my video will be recommended to some people. So the same thing I did here, I'll do it at the other side too. I'll just need to press it together, the lining with the fabric. So I'll just press it. So I'm done with my princess bustier, and this is what we have. This is it on mannequin. Can you see that? Thank you so much for watching Nifty Clothing. So this is it on this is it on woman bean. Can you see that? So it lays very well. There's no excess at the armhole side. Thank you so much for watching my channel. God bless you. I love you. Bye.